So when solving percent discount problems that are word problems, we need to look for keywords that are going to tell us what operations we're doing. One of those keywords is off. Another word is of. Now, if you think back to what we did in class, we talked about the meaning of these words. Off means subtraction, and of means multiplication. Some of our other important pieces of this is we have our 20% and we have our $250, which is our original cost. So if we think about order of operations, what comes first between multiplication and subtraction? Multiplication is going to come first. So what are we multiplying? There's only two numbers here. We have $250 and then we have 20% off of that original price. So that's what I'm multiplying. I'm multiplying $250 times my 20% discount. Now, I can't multiply these two because they're in different formats. So what is 20%? I know that 20% is 0.2 or 0.20. And I'm going to be multiplying that by 250. Now, as we know, when we multiply decimals, we are going to remove the decimal and multiply them like regular whole numbers. 250 multiplied by 2, which is 500. And then I need to go in and place my decimal. Now, looking at my problem here, the 0.2, I know that I need to move my decimal in one place value. So I'm moving it in one spot, and I get $50. Now, what did I just find? I found how much off the TV is going to be. It's $50 off. So this right here is my discount. We just found out how much we're saving. It's $50. So I need to subtract that now, and that's that second part, the off part. So I have $250, and I'm going to subtract $50 off of that. And that's going to get me $200, and that's the price that Kayla is going to be paying to buy the TV. Now, another idea, if you're aware of, it's similar to tipping, in that 10% of a number, I'm going to switch colors here for you to see. If I'm talking about $250, 10% of that is going to be me moving the decimal one place to the left, which is 25. So 25 is 10%. So if I wanted to get 20%, I'm just going to double that, which is going to get me 50, and that's my $50 discount that we found. But you can also solve it using multiplication. If you've got nicer percentages like 20%, 30%, 50%, you can do it this way. Other than that, multiplication with your decimal is always going to work as well. For the next problem, I'm going to jump ahead to the important parts. We know that we're dealing with $480, a 45% off of that original price. So I'm doing $480 multiplied by my 45%. Let's convert. I have $480 times 0.45, or 480 multiplied by 45, and then I'll place that decimal back in at the end. It depends if you're allowed to use a calculator or not, by the way, whether or not you'll be writing it out. In this case, I'm just going to write it out by hand so that you can see. 0 times 5 is 0. 8 times 5 is going to get me 40, carry the 4. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 is 24. I'm done with the 5, dropping a 0 in. 0 times 4 is 0. 8 times 4 is 32, carry the 3. 4 times 4 is 16, and then I'm adding 3 to that to get 19. I'm going to add. And then I have to go back and place the decimal. Now for this one, when I'm placing my decimal, I need to move it in 2 spots because it was 0.45. So I end up with 216.00. And that's my discount. $216 is my discount. And again, this makes sense because 45% off is almost 50% or almost half off. So I need to do my subtraction now. $480 minus $216 And when you go ahead and subtract 480 minus 216, you're going to end up with $264. And that is going to be the cost of the desk after the discount. Now the next one, it just has a few more messy numbers that we're going to be dealing with. So again, let's start off with what do we know. We know that the cost is originally $128.99 on sale for 62% off of the original price. Again, we're going to do multiplication. $128.99 multiplied by 62%. Let's convert it all to decimals. 128.99 multiplied by 0.62. And if I'm going to be multiplying two decimal numbers, I'm going to treat it like it's 128.99 multiplied by 62, and then I will place my decimal back in again at the end. So 128.99 times 62. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead with this so that I'm not taking up too much time, but if I multiply that out, I'm going to get this. And then I need to go in and place my decimal. And how many times? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 times that I need to move my decimal in. So I'm going to move it in 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 79.9738. Now, this is the discount, but if you notice, we go on past my penny, my last penny part. I have my 3/8 that's left over, so I'm going to need to do some rounding. So if I'm going to be stopping here to the nearest cent, I have to look at that last number to see where am I going with it. And the last number is a 3, which means I'm rounding down. So 79.97, that's my discount. And then your last step, as always, is going to be to subtract the discount off of the price. And the price had been $128.99. And I'm subtracting off $79.97. So $128.99 minus $79.97 is going to get you $49.02. And that's your final price. Again, we can decide if that makes sense to us to double check our work a bit using estimation. We're getting about a little more than half off of our price, which had been $128.99. And so this is more than half off, so it makes sense that I'm paying less than half for my item.